Hey, what is going on everyone, it's Flameokalava here, and it's finally that time to talk about what I think Nintendo will reveal at this year's E3. Now this is sort of a big E3 as E3 got cancelled last year, so it's the first E3 in around 2 years. And in today's video I want to talk about the likelihood of some of the things that I'm talking about coming true, and what I think Nintendo will show off this year at E3. And as I'm recording this video, we just got a tweet saying that Nintendo's E3 this year will be around 40 minutes long, and that's on June the 15th. Of course, not everything in this video will be shown off, especially for only around 40 minutes of new stuff, but other than that, here's my predictions for Nintendo's E3 2021. Now I want to start things off with pretty much one of the biggest, if not the biggest rumor over the past few months, which is the Switch Pro, or whatever the upgraded Nintendo Switch model will be. Now I think that this is very unlikely that a Switch Pro will be revealed at E3. E3 usually focuses on games rather than hardware, so I feel that if a Nintendo Switch Pro does get revealed, it would either be before or after E3, similar to how the Switch Lite got revealed after E3. Heck, even on Nintendo's E3 tweet, they said that E3 will only focus on Switch software and not hardware, so there pretty much is no chance that Switch Pro will be revealed at E3. Another thing that I think will happen before E3 this year is a separate Pokemon Presents, showing off info on Pokemon Legends Arceus and Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. In 2019, we ended up getting a separate Pokemon Presents showing off more info on Sword and Shield before E3 2019. I think that the same thing will happen here. This also gives the Pokemon Company time to talk about other games like Pokemon Sleep, so I guess the main focus of course would be on Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. We did get a little bit of news last week as I'm recording this video, which randomly was the box art for the games and a release date, but I think that the Pokemon Presents will show off how some of the towns will look in the Sinnoh remakes, the new content in the remakes, as well as its main focus on some gameplay and just more info on Legends Arceus. I know a lot of people expect that Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl would look much better the next time we see them than in the first trailer for the games, but it won't be much of a change, and same goes with Legends Arceus. Another thing that we would just get mentioned are some of Nintendo's upcoming games for the summer, being Mario Golf Super Rush, The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD, and Game Builder Garage. These games won't get too much, if anything, shown off. Maybe just a trailer with maybe a demo for Mario Golf or something like that, but it could be possible that we see a bit more from these games. Now let's talk about Smash Bros, and the 5th fighter from Fighters Pass 2 definitely has to be revealed at E3. I know some people are saying that we are getting 2 characters revealed at E3, finishing off the Fighters Pass similar to how we got Banjo and Hero at E3 2019, but I think that we're only getting 1 fighter revealed, which will probably release at around the end of June to maybe even August, then the final character at the end of the year. Who this fighter is obviously is beyond me, but Smash has to be one of the games mentioned. I do want to mention this one real quick, and it may seem bizarre, but Monolith Soft could actually appear at E3 this year. It's kinda unlikely that there will be there, but a rumor I think in May was that Monolith Soft is working on a new game. This game could be Xenoblade 3, a Xenoblade export for a Switch, or a brand new IP, who knows, but I think it's actually sort of likely that Monolith Soft will appear at E3. Heck, I'm pretty sure that Monolith Soft are helping with development on Breath of the Wild 2, which we'll talk about in just a bit. Another big rumor that started a few weeks ago was apparently the team that made Super Mario Odyssey are now working on a brand new Donkey Kong. Now I would love this to be true, and it seems sort of legit even if this is just a rumor, but it's been so long since we've had a new Donkey Kong game, and this year is Donkey Kong's 40th anniversary. Donkey Kong as a character is very important to Nintendo, and it's super iconic, so I really hope that we get a brand new Donkey Kong game revealed at E3 this year. Speaking of anniversaries, I know this one has just passed, but I think we'll finally get a port of Wind Waker HD and Twilight Princess HD, and of course Breath of the Wild 2 shown off for Zelda's 35th anniversary. Back in 2016 when it was the 30th anniversary for Zelda, the only thing we got were just some amiibo, which released near the end of the year, so I think Nintendo is waiting to reveal these ports at E3, and then release them at the end of the year. It could be that Nintendo do the Nintendo thing and make these ports separate, but they could also be bundled into one collection. We could also get a few new Zelda amiibo revealed then too. As for Breath of the Wild 2, let's finally talk about that. I'm pretty certain that we're finally getting information on Breath of the Wild 2 at E3 this year. We did get told in February that Breath of the Wild 2 will get more info this year. And I think that E3 is most likely that we'll get news because it's the biggest place for gaming news in the year. In addition to this, I think we'll get a new trailer showing off a bit of the game's plot, the new world and what it would look like, and maybe a release date for hopefully next year. If we do get Breath of the Wild 2 shown off at E3, then it will easily be Nintendo's biggest game and main focus that they have to offer this year at E3. And finally, another one of Nintendo's biggest games that will be shown off, in my opinion, is Splatoon 3. I think that Splatoon 3 and Breath of the Wild 2 are Nintendo's big games for E3, and Splatoon 3 will probably receive another small trailer with maybe the new story mode, new modes, the gameplay, probably even a release date for, I think honestly, summer next year is probably when we'll get Splatoon 3. But yeah, that is pretty much what I think Nintendo will show off at E3 this year. I do want to mention that I don't think we'll see Bayonetta 3 and Metroid Prime 4 this year at E3. There's well some other games that will get shown off for us for the first time at E3, however a lot of people are really hoping to see something new at E3 from Nintendo. Since E3 was cancelled last year, and last year was just a mess in general, not only Nintendo things but the world in general, so I think a lot of people just want to see Nintendo do something new, especially because honestly, Nintendo haven't really been releasing a brand new game. We've basically just been having ports and ports and ports from last year, so a lot of people are expecting something good at E3 this year. Anyways, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, then please leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.